Hello and welcome to the Ties Show for May 5th, 2020. Not much to talk about today, but we're gonna jump right into it on this beautiful Tuesday night. The main thing is Damien Williams, Chiefs running back, former OU running back, should have been Super Bowl MVP, was robbed over the weekend in Los Angeles. He was at an Airbnb. The robbers took about $1,000 in cash. No one was hurt, including Williams. So he should be fine. Cops are investigating it. We'll learn more on that in the future. Um, and my Trey Young sat down with an interview with Ernie Johnson today to talk about just how quarantine's going and some of the things that have happened in his career. And as we know, Trey Young, point guard for the Atlanta Hawks, also former OU point guard from Norman, played at Norman North. He said his favorite moment at Norman North was when they were playing Norman High, which is their biggest rival. And they were chanting overrated the entire game. And he went crazy in that game, hit the game winner, and bowed in front of the student section to show him the show was over. But it was a good interview. He talked about how Nash was his favorite player growing up because of their size, and he saw a lot of his game and tried to model his game around Steve Nash. Already brought up the horse loss he had to Chauncey and how he blew the HOR lead. Said he's back in Oklahoma right now to stay close to his family and he's keeping within the rules. Also hanging out with his little brother who's 10 years old and says that he sees a lot of potential in him. Uh, some other funny things he said was that he hasn't watched Tiger King yet, even though he's from Oklahoma, because his teammates have ripped on him enough. His grandpa got him into basketball. Uh, Said the way he was a ball boy at OU when he was 10 years old, while his dad was the coach there. And so he got to kind of help out players like Blake Griffin. And he said the way that they treated him is how he wants to treat kids now. But yeah, he could have gone to school anywhere, wanted to stay at OU because his family was close and they could come to watch all his games, and OU has always been home. He said Lon Kruger and the OU fans were his favorite thing about college, and that his 1 year here he'll remember, even though it was a bad ending because teams just figured out how to double team him and they were completely dumb. Still won Freshman of the Year, still was an All American. Um, but yeah, he knew that Dallas was trading him on draft night for Luka, which is kind of, I mean, looking back at the trade, it doesn't look like a great trade, but it also wasn't a bad trade. It's two best players in the draft class got traded for each other, so all in all, not a bad trade. He said Vince Carter's been a big mentor to him on the Hawks. He calls him Yoda. Uh, and yeah, just kind of keeping him in check. Their lockers right next to each other. He asked them all these questions about how to lead a team and all that. And he said he looks up to Vince Carter and especially Kobe now, as we saw that he was tragically hurt by when Kobe passed away because Gigi's favorite player was Trey Young, and so it hurt him even more when he found out that Gigi had passed away and that somebody who had looked up to him and Kobe was helping guide him because his daughter was looking up to him as a role model, and Kobe was trying to make sure that he made the right decisions to guide his daughter in the right way. And very, very sad, but learning all that. It was a very good interview with Trey Young. If you have time, go watch it. It's about a 30-minute interview. Um, but all in all, a great interview. Then we had a video post of Mike Tyson, who was throwing punches with a sparring partner, and he looked pretty good at the age of 53. And he said that he might want to return in the future for one more fight. That would be quite the show. I don't think he'd win any heavyweight fight because boxers are in just better shape than he would be at 53, but it would be interesting to see Mike Tyson fight again. And the last thing I want to go over is we've seen the documentary of The Last Dance and how it's talked about Michael Jordan's gambling problems and the heat between the Bulls and the Pistons and the Dream Team and Isaiah Thomas not making the Dream Team and all that. Which got me thinking, what would be some good documentaries to make otherwise sports ones? And two that I would really like to see is the 1990s Dallas Cowboys. I feel like that would be a really good story because you got the Aikman, you got Michael Irvin, you got Emmett Smith, you got Barry Switzer, Jimmy Johnson. The last time the Cowboys were the face of the league and were winning Super Bowls. I think that would be a very interesting one. And then also UNLV, Jerry Tarkanian teams from mainly that 85 to 92, but also to learn all about all the players that he helped mentor in his career. And I think those would be two really good documentaries. But if you got any other options, put them down in the comments, and I'll tell you if I like them or not. That's really it for me today. I'll have some more news in them tomorrow. Uh, but that's all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Oh yeah, leave a like, comment, any ideas. Appreciate it.